Rebel Gaming Club Worst Pickup, Episode 2. This is John from Machias Music Man, joining Dan and Ric to show some vinyl. Like I said, I try to keep this at 10 minutes render. So for my first album is, to me, one of the best albums of all time. And you can all argue, of course, but I'll explain why. So my first album is REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity. And as a kid when this came out, I was 14, had this on cassette, and this played and played and played, and I don't even know how many copies I went through, album, cassette. This album, again, came out in 1980, and this was actually REO Speedwagon's 9th album. They never really found success. They were kind of minor. Certainly minor were their first few albums before Kevin Cronin, the lead singer, joined, because that stuff's terrible. This album is certified diamond by the RIAA with over 10 million copies sold of this album. And this album, #1 on the US charts for many weeks. And this spawned 5 singles. 5 singles. And price tag there, $6.99. And I got this as close to mint as I could, because this is one of my favorite albums. And just, I mean, what a great album. Don't Let Him Go, Keep On Loving You, Follow My Heart, In Your Letter, Taking on the Run, Tough Guys, Out of Season, Shaking It Loose Tonight, Someone Tonight, and I Wish You Were There. I mean, every song on this album is just awesome. So that's my first one. My second album of the day is Bonnie Hayes, Good Clean Fun. And this was actually called by a lot of people back in the day one of the best 80s records. And this is pretty much near mint, with the exception of the clip corner, which is how they used to do them. But what a great album. Girls Like Me is on this. And it's just an amazing album. And this came out in 1982. And this was in Valley Girls, soundtrack to Valley Girls, Girls Like Me. And I also have the CD, which is enhanced, and it has extra tracks on it. So it has 11 extra tracks. Okay, my next up is Katrina and the Waves. Now this is kind of weird, because when you look at their discography, there's actually like 3 or 4 albums before this, but it has some of the same songs. And Katrina and the Waves, just really a cool band. I really love the band, and this was released on March 22nd of 1985, and technically this was their 4th record. And you guys probably would know Walking on Sunshine, which oddly enough is their biggest hit, but it was on side 2. And also Do You Want Crying is on this. And this is very good condition. It's got just a few little bends and a little bit of wear, but to me these are perfect to collect because they're very reasonably priced. Berlin, Pleasure Victim. This came out in 1982, and this was on the US Billboard charts at number 30, and this is sold platinum. And to me, I mean, I have the second one of theirs too, but to me, if you have this album, you have Berlin, because Sex, Ima, Masquerade, and the Metro are on this, and just a fantastic early 80s new wave. And this is more of a rocker. Pat Travers, Radioactive, and I love Pat Travers, so, and this is probably it's probably in good shape. The vinyl is great, a little bit of scuffing, but a little bit of ring wear, but This album is just cool. Came out in 1981. Actually, it was on the Billboard charts at number 31. But what great artwork. New age music. My life is on the line. I mean, if you guys haven't heard this, check it out because it is a great album. And my next up, trying to stick with somewhat of the new wave stuff, is Bananarama, Deep Sea Skiving. So this Rolling Stone gave 4 stars, and to me they're kind of the original Spice Girls. You see back in the day when it was brand new at Tower Records, $5.99. I really like Bananarama. Shy Boy is on this. He was really saying something. Na 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 na, hey, kiss him goodbye. So I really love Bananarama. And their records are cheap, and actually most of their stuff you can actually play that and it's not copyright claim. This is a really cool band. I don't know if a lot of you have heard of Transvision Vamp. And this came out October 3rd, 1988. It's Wendy James. And I didn't put the album in, but sometimes they come this way from Discogs, but Tell That Girl to Shut Up. I mean, this is a great album. If you haven't heard of this band, you should check them out. My next up is going to be Josie Cotton, Convertible Music. Josie Cotton is just, even now, she's still putting out music at 66 years old. This came out in 1982. And it is, I mean, Johnny Are You Queer is on this, and I watched an interview with her where she was talking about that, and she got so much backlash for that, but, you know, she didn't mean it, like, in a bad way, so, but she took a whole lot of heat for it, which is why I think she didn't really take off like she should have. But she goes from new, like, kind of new wave to, like, rock and love, which is almost punkish. And I will have every one of her releases at some point, because I really love Josie Cotton, and she's just awesome. My next up is Kim Carnes, Voyeur. I love Kim Carnes' voice. I mean, it's not the greatest shape, but again, I don't care as long as the vinyl plays good. So this is not something that I'm real familiar with. Of course, her first one is the one I'd know better. But I just grabbed this just to kind of make an equal amount when I was buying. I think I paid like $2 for this record. So, great shape. No hits. Thomas Dolby, Blinded by Science mini LP. And this is a promotional copy from Capitol Records. I mean, just total 80s. But it's an EP, so it's got 5 songs. Very cool, very good shape. Again, cheap. Because I just buy very good or better. Divinyls, What a Life. I love the Divinyls, and unfortunately, Chrissy Amplet died of breast cancer a few years back. You guys remember her from I Touch Myself. But this is a great band. You should definitely check them out, because they're just a cool band, kind of rocking, you know. Okay. Cyndi Lauper, True Colors. This I paid a little bit of premium for because I wanted this. I mean, this is sealed. Obviously the hype sticker's there, but this is sealed. And I love Cyndi Lauper, so Change of Heart is on here. True Colors, The Far Away Nearby, which I just did a cover of. Iko Iko. So I will have all hers eventually. Well, stuff that's on vinyl, I think maybe the first 3 are. But this is 2X Platinum, and it was released on September of '86. So that's a great one to have. And my last for this episode is Krista Berg, The Getaway. Don't Pay the Ferryman. You know, I'm not real super familiar with other songs that he did, but Don't Pay the Ferryman is awesome. And this came out in 1982. So that's my haul for the week. Check out Dan's channel. I'll leave the link below. And I guess I'll see y'all on the next episode, where I have plenty of records that I can go through. So hope you all are doing well. So I'll stay safe. Dan and Ric. Love you guys. Later.